Welcome to Can Angels Fly, Tarot and More. My name is Nancy, and I'm here to read the tarot cards for Aquarius for January 2021. Happy New Year's to you. If you're ever interested in ordering your own personal tarot reading, you can always contact me by email. My email, as you can see, is canangelsfly1@gmail.com. Aquarius, you are a masculine water sign. No, you're not fire nor, oh, whatever I see it. You're a masculine air sign. I should know that. I'm an Aquarius. You're a masculine air sign, and your motto is I know. Now, at this time, I'm going to shuffle the cards a little bit more. I shuffled them before I began to record, and we're going to see what the cards say is in store for you. Okay, Aquarius, your first card is the Strength card. And the Strength card, as you can see, is upright. I say that because this same card came in for Pisces, but it was in reverse. So Aquarius, you have the Strength card upright, which talks about being enduring and having strength and courage and bravery and living from the heart. And I also feel like this Strength card signifies believing in like different possibilities, that all possibilities are before you. Your next card, Aquarius, is the Four of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles points to your immediate environment. That is to say, your neighborhood and community, or community. It also points to your actual home, or like the surroundings to your home, the yard, and different things like that. The Four of Pentacles also talks about your physical, worldly wants, needs, and desires, and what you do have, what you have acquired, such as money and savings and resources, furniture, home, anything that carries value to you. It can be anything from jewelry that you've purchased over the years, fine furniture if that's what you possess. Um, it's just anything in your physical world in your world that allows you to have this sense of peace and tranquility and the acceptance that you're here in this world. And sometimes that could be in the form of a type of love that you desire, that you value, you know. It could be a value in the type of, or the kind of clothes that you value, those kind of things. It is the uh, bare basics of life, like water and food. It's those things. Anyway, the Four of Pentacles has you um, kind of holding on to. I wanted to say clutch, but that would be the wrong word. And I say that'll be the wrong word because clutch suggests more of a fear or anxiety surrounding your resources. So I don't necessarily, at least at this point, feel like it's this fear-based clutching onto your resources or possessions. I feel more of a saving type of energy, being a good steward over your money or your resources or anything that you value, that you possess. To me, it seems like Aquarius, that uh, the resources that you have, you see the potential in them. An example could be maybe over time you, I don't know, collected shoes. Just an example. And even though we may be going through our current events, we all know what our current events consist of. Uh, you feel positive that like you invested in a resource that can give you a, a return, and or it could be liquidated. Liquidated is a great word for these first two cards. An example, back to the shoes. Maybe you've invested in some really fine shoes. Maybe you're a male Aquarius, and maybe you have this vast athletic shoe, um, you know, closet with all the name brand shoes, the Jordans, the or whatever else is out here, and they're lightly worn. And you say, I made a good investment. I can liquidate those shoes to offset any financial difficulties or demands upon me at this time, and I still gonna be okay. You could be a lady and you've invested well, and maybe you invested in buying nice upscale purses, and you have such an what do you call it? It's a spread of purses or a collection of purses at this point in time. Again, maybe our current events are concerning to you and your livelihood and your well-being, if not yours, not just yours, but those of under your care. But you look to that purse collection at this time and say, well, I made a good investment. I can put these shoes on eBay or whatever else is out here, and I can liquidate them and get that money and, again, handle any demands that exist now, financial demands. Now, I just use shoes and purses as examples. It could be anything. Maybe you have jewelry, made of various precious metals and stones you could cash in or liquidate. Or you could have, in times past, when times were pretty good, maybe you bought a couple of houses outside of your own. You can liquidate them, or you could rent them, or something like that. You could rent them. You can open a boarding house, a what they call a FAC house that helps. It's like an assistant living um, facility. So I feel like you have some resource that was a great investment that you can use to make more money or create a income stream for you during the month of January. That's to say, if needed. Your next card is the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is a young, youthful, inexperienced energy with the wand, with their passions, their aims, their desires. This really could be a young person in your life, Aquarius, that comes to you because they've messed up. They could have done anything from gambled to just ran the streets too much. They themselves may have shopped too much. And whatever it was, be assured it was their passion and desire that got the best of them. And in January, they may find themselves in some type of with some type of lack, or an example of what I mean by lack is maybe they don't have gas money because they kept driving here and there and everywhere and not taking in consideration our current circumstances, situations, or our current events. And they come to you needing money, or they may fall short on I don't know, a card note or insurance payment, or maybe they partied and ran out of food or something like that. And so you, Aquarius, are in a good place in the month of January to help this young person that's learning. They're learning. I don't feel um, angry like like a parent will feel angry with their child, like you messed up and going crazy, like somebody's just, it's just they are so young that they're not maybe making the best decisions or the most practical decisions. Especially, again, it points, we have to always consider our true worldly experience, our current events, as like in what the vax, the vids, and the unemployment, all of these things, people being laid off, into unemployment, all these things are spinning or flocking around us all. And as a young person, when you're young, it's all these possibilities, you know. It's always this potential. It's this enthusiastic excitement about life. And so that plays back into the strength card. I know I felt all these possibilities. This person is still full of hope and optimism and all these possibilities, and they make a mistake. And they just overextend themselves in some way, trying to chase a dream or some love or something, like some passionate love, or they trying to trace something, chasing it, you know, the energy that's associated with being young, like that freedom and just going and doing and taking chance and risk, and it didn't pan out in a way. This page of wands leads me to feel like it's minor, you know, very minor, but it does occur in the month of January. And anywho, Aquarius, you're the one that is either, remember the Four of Pentacles talks about somebody in your community. So it could be somebody that's in your community. It could be a sibling. It could be a younger sibling, a younger cousin, somebody in your neighborhood or community that you may be on those type of terms with. Maybe a family member lives in your community, or it could be someone in your home. Um, or even comes to your doorstep, whomever this person may be, but y'all on that kind of frequency. Y'all have that type of relationship that they can knock on your door and say, hey, I need some gas money, I done messed up, or, you know, I overspent, or, you know, whatever. We when I say we, I'm talking people do, to set ourselves back. Um, it could be within your home, a family member within your home, most likely younger. If this person is not coming to you, Aquarius, then it suggests that you are going to someone else. You will be the one calling your older sibling or a neighbor for some tools and fuels, a cup of sugar or something like that, a stick of butter, because you might have gone to the grocery store, as an example, and bought some, I don't know, crab legs, some porterhouse steaks, but you didn't get any butter. You know, it's that kind of thing. And you knock on the neighbor's door saying, hey, I'm in the middle of cooking. I realize I don't have a stick of butter. You know, so you kind of let your passions run away with you in that case. It can also manifest in a way that you, Aquarius, go to your own parents and say, hey, I need help. I overextended myself at some point in time, and I really can use your help. Well, thank goodness for this Four of Pentacles, because it suggests that the person that is the favor is asked of, or the loan is asked of, is a person that is more practical and does look at the current events, and they know how to, you know, identify what's valuable. They know how to stack uh, resources away for a rainy day. And they are, even when they, well, I'm assuming they will, because suggest that this person will extend themselves to you, or you to them, you're still okay. That's the good part. You're still okay. And the next card is the Devil's card. I know I felt that this person, this young Page of Wands energy in reverse, excuse me, was um, something very superficial and nothing really serious, because, and I just felt it. That's why I was chuckling as I've been reading, you know, reading the cards for you, as the Devil card in reverse talks about those things that allure us, that ignite us on fire, like with the Page of Wands, that fire, but not being stuck in it, not being in what again, all consumed, not being all consumed. So this person has done something, and they can do better, and I do believe that they will do better, Aquarius. Now I want to bring up your model. I'm sorry for stumbling over my words. I haven't read the cards in a month at least. So um, uh, uh, your model, Aquarius, is I know, and what you seem to know is one or two things. It depends on which role you play. If you are the person that is established and practical and prepared, then you know there will be rainy days for yourself in this world, in life. And you also know that those rainy days sometimes comes not to you, but those that are more closer or intimate to you, and you know they're coming. If you are the Aquarius that, if you are the person that has taken the risk and it didn't pan out in your favor, you were led by your passions, aims, and or desires, and it didn't go your way. If you feel have fallen short, and you are the one that's going to go to somebody and ask for their assistance, well, what you do know now, and even before you took the risk, you knew that it was a potential for your destruction or to get caught up in some way. You knew. So that's why this page of wands came in, and it came in reverse. Young, youthful, inexperienced energy. It's like kind of dipping your toe in the water to see if it's cold or not. You already knew the potential, Aquarius. So what am I saying? You didn't get caught up because you already knew it was the potential to get caught up. So you did take a risk, but it would seem like it was uh, a calculated risk that may have been miscalculated by a few points. Hopefully that made sense. Thank you, Aquarius, for coming here to Can Angels Fly Tarot and allowing me to read the tarot cards for you. Until next time, bye.